Hello guys, this is Movie Lover and welcome to this Movie Lover world. Today I am going to explain a movie called Shame. Meet this as the main character of the film Brandon, who is now on the subway. You can say that he is an ordinary guy. But he has one big problem. He suffers from an inability to control his sex life, has frequent love with prostitutes, and masturbates several times a day. Brendan pays the money and escorts her to the room, after which she begins to undress. He asks her to undress slowly. Then they have sexual intercourse. Here we are shown how Brandon is engaged in self-satisfaction despite the fact that he had sex half an hour ago. This is how Brandon lives every day. The second day begins. He's on the subway again. There Brandon sees a beautiful girl who smiles at him. The girl gets up and grabs the pipe in the subway. Brandon comes over and touches her. They remain in this position for several seconds. The girl comes out and then Brandon comes out. He starts chasing the girl but soon loses track. At work they say that his computer was removed due to a virus. Then he comes home, takes out food and beer from the refrigerator and sits down at the laptop to watch porn. A voice message arrives on the home phone. In it the girl says that she has cancer. She has only 7 days to live, but it seems to Brandon it's all the same. He goes to a bar with friends and on the way home an unfamiliar girl in a car offers him a ride. On the way he seduced a girl and they start making love right on the street. Brandon comes home and hears someone bathing in his shower. He takes the bat and goes into the shower. It turns out and there was her sister. He prepares food for her as she says that the food is very tasty but does not receive a response from Brandon. At work his friend David suggests that they repeat the evening party, but Brandon refuses, saying that his sister is a singer and she is performing today. In the evening Brandon and David are already at the bar where the performs. David tries to pick up a waitress but fails and now the is already on the stage. She sings very beautifully and everyone starts to applaud. After the performance joins Brandon and David. David compliments her, saying she looks adorable. Brandon goes for cocktails and David starts flirting. Brandon understands this and listens carefully to their conversation. At this time his friend offers a ride to, and after that he says that they should meet again. After that they make love at Brandon's house and he notices it. He starts to get nervous. To calm down he goes for a run. The next day when he comes to work he is informed that the computer was returned. There was a lot of porn downloaded. In the evening when he returns home he sees how his friend and sister are having sex, but this time it is not only he who sees it but the whole street. The next day he and his girlfriend come to a restaurant. The girl's name is Marion. The waiter comes up to them and takes their order. Brandon and Marion are talking. Marion says she has. It turns out that the girl was married, but she divorced her husband. They drink wine and then goes outside. Brandon says that he always wanted to be a musician from the S. The brand is escorted by Mary and they agree that they will have another date. He comes home, turns on an adult movie, and starts masturbating in the toilet. At this moment her sister comes into the toilet and sees this, after which it abruptly exits. Brandon comes to his sister and almost kills her and then goes into the bathroom. In the evening, drinks wine and watches porn. Brandon comes and takes the laptop and she packs her things and leaves. And here is Brandon sitting in the room, alone, fought and decided that you need to throw all things out of the house. He did so. When he came to work he saw Mary there. They immediately started kissing. Marion comes home with Brandon and everything continues at home. They keep kissing and then making love, but Brandon couldn't. Marion says that everything is fine, then collects things and leaves. Brandon brings home a prostitute and makes love. When he was watching TV his sister came to him. Brandon promises that it won't happen again. He was quite angry and asked him about it and he replied that he knew about everything, knows that she is making love to David, and tells her sister that David has a family, lies that she didn't know about it. But Brandon doesn't believe it. She asks for forgiveness and says that she admits her guilt. Brandon tells Sissy that she is not responsible for her actions despite the fact that they are brother and sister. He's leaving, and here is Brandon again in the subway. He remembers the bar. Then in a bar he tried to pick up a girl, But her boyfriend came and a fight started. Brandon was beaten up. He went to gay clubs and there he had love with a man on the way home. Prostitutes call and a threesome love begins. Brandon understands that this is wrong, but alas he cannot stop. When Brandon comes home he sees that committed suicide. She is taken to the hospital and barely saves her life. Brandon realizes it's because of him. And here he is again in the subway. Again the girl smiles, grabs the pipe, but this time Brandon doesn't make the same mistakes. Thanks for watching to the end. Movie Lover will meet you again with new story. Till take care.